Yeah, this is so fun. So fun that I can't do anything. This might be a little late. DC Heroes and Villains has reintroduced guilds, and with that came raid bosses. I'll be going over my thoughts on it so far and the teams I'm using. Spoiler alert, is there any other team?
The Flash!
To see what all the fuss is about, I just joined any random guild. Shout out to this guild, Supernatural. Discord not required.
A great success!
Everyone can rejoice because there's an alternative way to achieve tier 8 since you can purchase these hard to obtain gear pieces from the guild store. Here's a brief overview of how guild currency is earned, because that's what's going to get your characters stronger. Every boss attempt earns you 100 guild credits. You can store up to 3 attempts and the boss is fair game for the entire week. Each attempt recharges every 6 hours. For the gem spenders out there, when you run out of attempts, you can buy more starting at 50 gems. So far I've only made the gem count to 100. It's like how purchasing energy works. So if you're playing casually, you can purchase an item for 1500 once a week. At the end of the 7 days, you also get a chest reward filled with guild currency and upgrade materials. A tier is based on the boss's HP. Knock that down to unlock a harder version. The more tiers you clear, the better the rewards. Which makes joining a guild with really strong members very much worth it. This game has a different spin on how to get people to participate. There is a personal gauge that goes up every attempt. Once you fill the gauge, again, the better the rewards. Here is a quick comparison that I've captured over time. It seems the tier level the boss dictates the rarity of the upgrade materials, and the rarity of the chest gives more in amount of rewards. It's simpler than it sounds. It is in my opinion, if you want to maximize your earnings on the raid, it is worth spending a few extra raid attempts over the course of the week just for you to get to the next chest level up. If you play daily, that should only be 4 extra attempts, which is a minimum of 200 gems for the week. But I would caution you that there's currently a bug where the game will soft lock and basically not count your attempt. So hopefully the upcoming patch will fix it, but I would be cautious in spending gems at the moment until then. The 2 bosses introduced so far are Lisa Drac and Superman, both very simple.
You are simple Jack!
As usual, we have our friend, the 20 moves limit, which means only one thing.
Mighty Morphin Power Ranger! Alright guys, we're here to save the Earth. Let's take him down!
So this is my team. For core units, I got Flash and Two-Face. If I had Cersei, I would use her as well. Wonder Woman and Gorilla Grodd are also vital, as making red gems at the start of the stage gives you such a good head start. I would exchange Ultra Humanite for higher tiers when I'm starting to die earlier in 20 moves. Both raid bosses are immune to the damage over time debuff, which really limits what units you would bring. In general, I like using Flash's power before Two-Face's when I get the choice. I don't think it really matters too much in terms of damage, but I find I make better decisions as Flash's power moves throws a single red gem, which can throw me in a loop if done after Two-Face's special. Lisa Drac. She has an AoE move which debuffs your team. I like using Artemis to counter this, as her special removes all debuffs from herself and teammates. Flash's haste buff only neutralizes the lethargy debuff, because you can have the debuff and buff at the same time. Superman hits like a truck. For this fight, I subbed out Artemis for Lex Luthor, since he has a kryptonite attack. And yes, I made a mistake. I should have took out Halo, because Artemis has a buff. And Lex's passive grants 5% more special energy for each buff gained. Even then, Superman can one-shot most of my teams since they are mostly red, as red characters are weak to blue. Fun fact, when you beat a tier level, you can keep going and the move count resets, which completely extends your run. I'm not totally sure if this was intentional, but it's really worth trying to push to the next tier during your run to do even more damage. So that's it. That's what we've all been waiting for. So if anyone out there has a guild that's past tier 8 and would accept me, comment below or send me a message.